Now watch this video.
I never thought I was going to be in coaching. I thought I was going to be in TV. You know, I really wanted to do ESPN or TNT or do something like that. And then when I got back home, a buddy of mine was diagnosed with colon cancer. I went through that whole process with him, and then he ended up passing. I took over his team. And then I fell in love with that group, moved up to high school with him, and then now I'm ultimately here. I started embracing it more after he passed because I felt like I had to carry his legacy for him because he will never be known as one of the world's most famous guys, but in our neighborhood, he was a hero because he took young men who really didn't feel like they could make it and made them dream and understand that they could, even before I came into the picture. And all I did was added the funds and added the conversation of you can do it too. I walk these same hallways, I walk the same dirt. And I took that and then I ran with it and then I started embracing it more after he passed because I felt like everything that he did in this beat up car, taking 5, 6, 7 kids all around the city to play, for us taking them, me building the AAU program and taking them around the country, and then ultimately 90% of those guys went to college. That legacy itself is what I try to carry. So I started embracing it more. And I'm still cool with all those guys that played AAU for us and middle school for us and making sure that they're still good today because of him. Because I know that if he was alive, he would still be going with that same mentality of, hey, we got to make sure that these guys are good.
That video that you guys just watched, it brought joy to my heart because this is what I always talk about with the soul's blueprint and the soul's contract when it comes to death. Someone else's death can be someone else's resurrection. That moment right there was Penny's resurrection. That is the soul's alchemy most people miss. Sometimes someone's death cracks us open so wide. It rearranges our priorities, it redefines our purpose, and it rebirths a version of us that we never would have met otherwise. Now, it doesn't make the loss easier, but it gives the loss meaning if you can understand it. Well, understand it. When a soul transitions, they don't leave us empty. They can actually leave us with pieces of their mission and gifts that they couldn't fulfill. And a spiritual handoff that whispers, carry this for me. It may show up in a dream, in a calling that may not have been yours before, in a shift in direction that makes no logical sense to you. But guess what? It feels like divine alignment. And yes, we grieve because we miss them. So please don't take my video out of context. But we also rise because something in us knows that they've passed the torch and now it's ours to hold. So if you have lost someone and find yourself awakening in a way that you didn't expect, don't question it. That is the resurrection. That is the soul's contract that both of you had with each other coming alive and aligned. Their light didn't end with their death. It just found a new way to shine through you.